Welcome back, everyone, to More or Less. We are here today. We're joined by Rachel Grae.
Hello.
Rachel, instead of reading your bio, can you introduce yourself to the humans?
Yes, I can. My name's Rachel Grae. I am a songwriter, singer-songwriter based out of New Jersey, and I'm really excited to be here.
Wonderful. And in one word, how are you really feeling in this moment?
I'm feeling good. I feel great. I have coffee in my hand. That's all that really matters.
What is one thing you need more of, one thing you need less of?
Speaking of coffee, one thing I need less of is coffee. It's really bad. This is like my third of the day, I'd say.
Usually people say more coffee.
Yeah, but I have like an addiction to it. It's really bad.
You need to cut back.
I need to cut back. Okay. Well, I also
the
do
first
need
step
more
is acknowledging
that. Maybe that's my more and less.
For anyone listening, it's 5 p.m. and Rachel is holding a cold brew. Okay, so less caffeine.
Less caffeine. More. I have a shopping addiction as well, so maybe just like endless money so that I could continue that.
More
money for unnecessary shopping purchases and less caffeine.
It doesn't matter what it's for. You could just say abundance. We're welcoming more money. We're manifesting it. I'm in the same boat. I agree. More money. It's happening.
There we go.
You've had an incredible year. I'm so excited to talk to you. We were talking off camera, but I'm really excited to talk to you. We've been trying to make this happen for a really long time, and you're a fellow Jersey girl. Like, I'm excited for this combo. Big year. You had your Lollapalooza debut.
I did, which was so incredible and such a dream for me. So that was really, really special.
I heard wonderful things, by the way, from people who were there.
Thank you.
Our friends at BMI, I chatted with the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, Rachel's amazing."
I love them.
Lala's on my list of things to do at some point.
You should. It was so fun. That was my first Lala experience. Like, I've never been to Lollapalooza. So that was like the second music festival I've actually been to. I went to Gov Ball when I was in high school.
Of course.
And then Lala was my next one, and I was playing it. So that was pretty unreal, like really insane for me.
What was the difference between festival show and like a regular set?
The energy, because everybody's there to like truly just have fun and like enjoy music. I also think it was a mix of people just like figuring out who I am and a mix of people like that already knew me. And it was so cool to like watch fans either recognize me through the song and they were like, "Oh, she sings that."
Yeah.
Or just watching people like vibe out and just dance to it and just like have an actual good time rather than, you know, deeping it and like being like, "I don't know the girl." So it was really, really cool. And it was way more people than I expected. Like, there was a full crowd. And I think just because I didn't have an expectation, I just like went there and I was like, "Oh, this is way more fun than I thought it would be."
No expectations is always the way to go.
For sure.
So when you're experiencing all these firsts, how do you keep yourself grounded and like, hey, it's another milestone?
I am trying to get better at celebrating my wins. I think a lot of the time I could just be so in it that I never like take a moment before to be like, okay, this is actually happening and I should be excited for this. So I feel like I was the most prepared that I've ever been when it came to Lollapalooza. I was emotionally ready for it, physically ready for it. So I was taking in every second and like making sure that I was living in the present moment, which I think I've struggled in the past to not live in the present moment and look back and be like, "Oh, it happened."
Have you been able to reflect on that performance?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. Like, I celebrated with a good deep dish pizza after.
Love it. Love it.
Some milkshakes. But I definitely need to get better at celebrating my wins, I'd say.
When was the last time you feel like you celebrated a win or celebrated you?
I try to celebrate myself every day. Like, recently I've been really making it a point to like take myself on dates and like prioritize like my sleep schedule and wake up and journal and like do all these things so that I become my own best friend. I've realized like how important it is, especially because my schedule is like everywhere and sometimes I'm alone for like a month and then other times I'm surrounded by so many people. So just to like regulate it by actually like knowing who I am and what I need has been my biggest priority the last couple of months.
I love a good me date.
Yeah.
I used to do them, or I'm trying to get back into them once a month.
Yeah, that's
like
smart.
Once a month, pick a day and just hang out with myself and get to know myself.
Yeah, it's amazing. You should.
I recently read that you had a quote that said, "You make music as therapy for yourself and others." How does that apply to songwriting, how you approach vulnerability?
It's all in my songwriting. when I was first starting off like in music, before I actually even thought music could be a career, I wanted to be a therapist or a psychologist. That's like what my brain
Wait,
was
I love
always
that you're
saying.
in this chair.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect,
Yeah,
more or
yeah.
less guess. No notes.
No notes. She's here.
Psych nerd is here.
Yeah, I was obsessed with it. I've always been so obsessed with just helping people. Like, I think everybody's place on this earth to leave the earth in a better place when they leave it. And that's always been my biggest goal. Once I realized that I could do it through music, that's when I was like, oh, this is exactly what I need to do. And it started with me just realizing that when I was listening to music, I was healing through it by like not being able to actually put it into words myself and then have somebody on the other side do it for me where I could just kind of like digest it in a different way. So it 100% comes through my songwriting the most. I also try to show every emotion, like when I'm promoting a song, just because I think it's important to show every emotion. Nowadays, you kind of like, you could post your perfect picture, your perfect reel anytime you want. So just to like post a video crying, post a video angry, post a video happy, I think it's really important for people to see all the emotions and make it a regular thing instead of something that's uncommon nowadays.
Totally. And we're human. We experience every emotion under the sun. Has there ever been a time where writing a song has shifted your perspective on an experience where like you went in with this energy and then you came out with a different energy?
Like so many times, it's not even funny.
Tell me about one time.
I feel like a lot of my breakup songs were definitely
true.
Just because like you could go into a session with full-blown anger and leave with such a deep, like actual deep song. It was all of my next album. My co-writer, Dave Gibson, who's genuinely incredible, he sat with me, and I feel like me, Joe Janiak, Dave Gibson, that's who I wrote it with. We all kind of sat there, and I'd walk in and be like, oh, I'm so mad about this, whatever. And they'd be like, let's actually break it all the way down, like get to the bottom of the pit about the situation and truly see if like that's actually the emotion you feel. And half the time it wasn't. That was like me thinking or like trying to
You were reactionary too.
Right. I was trying to put anger because I didn't want to be sad about it, or I was trying to be happy about a situation when like deep down I was not healed over it. And after I wrote the song, then I left a more healed version of myself in that topic. But yeah, there's been so many times where emotions have changed and like somebody's pushed a different emotion out of me that I was not willing to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this next album is so important and so special, is because that's like kind of every single song on the album is that.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of collaboration too. When you're connecting with other people, they're able to show you different sides of who you are, show you different perspectives, different ways to experience things. So I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So next album is coming out very, very soon, but one of the singles, Come a Day. Share a little bit about that song in your view.
It is such a special song to me for so many reasons. Funny enough, what we were just talking about, like the shift in perspective. Oh, I don't know if I should say how many songs.
Cut it out.
I wrote all of the songs on my album in the same month, and like every single song made it. Like the first time, it was just back-to-back days, and every single song was on the album that I wrote for the album. And there was one song called Monster that every single time I listened through my album, I was like, I keep skipping this song. Like it just doesn't resonate. It just felt so wrong. And I went back in, and it actually ended up being Come a Day that replaced that song. So Come a Day wasn't even meant to, it didn't exist when I was finalizing the album. And something in me just had to write that song because I've always, first of all, wanted a song that spoke about not being okay, but also being able to see the end of the tunnel. I think my perspective has changed a lot in the fact that when I'm in bad moments or like times where I'm mentally just like so drained and think the world's gonna collapse on top of me, I always end up seeing some sort of light or like some sort of positive, and that's something I've really trained myself and really like taken the time to, do. So just to have a song about that where you're in the thick of it, but also see that light, I thought it was really important for me to write that song and for people to have a song to relate to in that regard.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful anthem for hope, resilience, finding that brightness. What do you hope the listener can experience when they're hearing it?
I want them to take away whatever they need to take away from it. I always say that just because my emotion, like I don't want people to feel exactly how I felt writing it. Like if they feel peace in that, and they're like, oh my God, that gives me hope that there is like a day where I do see the light, that's amazing. Like, I'd obviously love that. But if they're also on the opposite side of it and they're like, I don't feel that way, but somebody else does, maybe we'll see, and they're not ready to like accept the fact that like they're not ready to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm also so okay with that. Like, I think it's such a important thing to take music exactly how you want to take it, rather than having this like emotion to like feel
to
through
feel
it.
a certain way. Yeah, 100%.
But
I think too, like if someone doesn't connect with it today, or like they're not wanting to have that emotion or show up in that way, who's to say 6 months from now they'll be in a situation where like that song is a lifeline.
Yeah, but I hope it heals so many people. That's always my goal. Is I hope there's a lot of healing with Come a Day. It really healed me when I wrote it.
Yeah.
And I just want people to feel empowered when they listen to that song. And yeah, I just want people to feel less alone. That's like always been my biggest goal, is to just know that somebody else feels the same way, even if nobody around you is acting like they do. Like, there is somebody, and so many people that feel that way, but just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, and it's okay to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're about to talk about it. I mean, I'll even say, like, the first time I heard it lyrically, I was like, oh my God, like, I wish I had this song when I was 17. Like, it was one of those, like, oh my God, the lyricism behind it and the story behind it, I think, is so special. That, at least for me, sitting in this chair, I was like, oh, this is such, when I was going through it, I wish I had that song, but I'm glad I have it now.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
So going into your second album, how does this version of you today compare to the version of you on the debut album?
A completely different person.
How much time do we have?
But funny enough, the perspective of this, the whole theme of this album is a perspective album. So every other song is younger me versus older me, younger me versus older me, of the same topic. So like Come a Day will have a pair of like how I viewed that sort of like thing X amount of years ago. It wasn't like a completely specific thing. So there's like relationships and how I viewed it versus how I view it now, which is Raised by a Woman. But there's another side of it where like I wasn't willing to accept the fact that I was, you know, looking for the bare minimum and accepting it because I didn't have love for myself. Like, there's so many songs like that. So it's cool because I do kind of feel the inner child that was still struggling, and also manifested a future version of me that I'm still working on, which is really cool. Whereas the first album, first of all, wasn't necessarily a conceptual album. It was just kind of like growing up with me in my first phases of the music industry. And like, I think it's so cool to look back on, because there's still some songs that I look at and I'm like, oh my God, I love that song so much. And there's others where I'm like, I would never write that song ever again. Like, get that off Spotify.
Have you ever tried that? Have you ever been like, can I scrape?
Oh, I would love to, but
you can't.
Then I like go on live and people are like, oh, I love that song.
Oh. You can't do it to them.
I can't do it to them. It's not my song anymore. It's for them.
Where did you get the idea to do Younger Me, Older Me?
I think it came naturally. I actually spoke to the people I wrote this batch of music with a few months prior. We went out for coffee and I told them that idea. I just thought it was important to see both sides, so that no matter what phase you're in, you have both of those like angles of a specific topic, where if you are in that side of like not being able to leave a relationship because you're not happy, but you also don't think there's better, then the next song is the other side where like there is better. I thought that was so important. I've just never seen both sides done in
that's such a cool idea
in that way. Thank you.
Yeah, that's super cool. And it also showcases the breadth of the album, that someone will find something for them.
Exactly.
In it.
There's a song for everybody on that.
Love that. Something for everyone.
Yeah.
When you look back at the girl from the first debut album, what do you think is the biggest, whether it was emotional or mental growth that happened between then and now? Because yes, we were growing up with you, but can you pinpoint one thing that you're like, yes, this has gotten better, this I've improved?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing is self-love, and just actually taking the time to learn who I am and like truly become my own friend. I think a lot of the songs in the past spoke about people pleasing and sticking in relationships that I wasn't meant to. Also, even family dynamics, like things have changed from like when I wrote Daughter and now my mom's my best friend in the entire world. I think it's just a lot of truly sitting with myself and really reflecting on what I want and what I'm willing to accept, and not, lessening myself to like fit in a box to make other people feel comfortable, and just like fill up a room, and whoever else wants to be in that room can stay. So I think there's just been a lot of self-love and self-discovery.
And what has that self-love journey looked like for you in day-to-day practice?
It changes often,
Of course.
As of recent, I've been like waking up and making sure I fill 3 pages of journal. Of just
Are you doing Artist Way?
Yes.
Natalie Jane just talked about it last week. You guys are going to convince me to do it.
It's amazing so far. I'm only a week in. Well, I'm on my 2nd week now. But yeah, that's been a newer thing because of that. But I go to the gym every single day. I feed my body correctly, which is really like life-changing. I also shift to the correct people in my life. I try not to become friends with people or continue a friendship with somebody who doesn't support what I do or just doesn't feed me in the correct way.
Yep.
I think that's really important. Like, you truly are who you surround yourself with.
Yep.
And sometimes you got to learn the hard way that some people are not meant to be there.
And we all do.
Yeah.
And we all do. And it evolves, and you're in your 20s as well,
Yeah.
I assume. It like that changes, I feel like,
All the
on
time.
the daily.
Yeah, we could talk like 2 years later.
Yeah. Like, oh, that person's not here
Yes.
anymore. But I think that's part of life, and you attract the people that want to be in your life. And I think also bring out the best in you. That's something I've been thinking about too. I'm like, how do I feel when I'm with this person? Like,
100%.
do I feel depleted or do I feel energetic after?
Yeah.
Because if I feel depleted, then maybe we're not meant to be in each other's circles anymore. Like,
100%.
and that ebbs and flows. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, and you will love the Artist Way just from what you just said, just so you know.
Stop. Okay, I don't. Remy's laughing. I don't know if I should start it now or
Okay.
if I should start it top of the year,
Why would you wait till top of the year?
because I have so much shit going
Because
on. Rachel, I'm fostering a dog. I'm like
That's
planning
okay.
an event. There's
This
just
is
so much
good,
happening.
though. Like, that's the thing. You should do it when you're busy because it forces you to give space for yourself.
My friend said she'd start it with me and like be an accountability buddy on it.
Yeah.
Shout out Carmela. Remy, Carmela said she would do it with me. Okay. I think I'm reading a book right now called Everything is Figure-outable, which is like similar, and there's like little prompts. It's like a
Love
very distilled version of Artist Way.
Mm.
But it's basically about navigating and resilience and all that good stuff. So I'm doing that and I'm halfway done, but maybe I will do it.
You should.
Okay.
I've done like 75 hard. I love a good challenge.
See, that you will not find me doing.
love a good
You will not find me doing 75 hard. Absolutely not. You know what? It's bad enough. Listeners will know I've been talking about gluten-free for the past few episodes. PSA, I have not gone gluten-free, but I have eliminated dairy this week.
That's great.
We're improving skincare. We're making changes.
Hey, 1% better every day. That's all that matters. That's the thing
trying.
too. I always say, and look, January 1st, everybody's like January 1st.
I know, and I don't want to be cliche.
No, I mean, it makes sense because in your mind, you're like, this is a reset. Something that I've been doing recently, because that is always like 100% you want to make goals for the new year, but like new week, new month, new day.
know.
You
And
know?
I say that all the time to
Yeah.
other people. No, I know. Okay. All right. By
And
the
not
time
to
this comes
jump
out,
so aggressively. Like I also think it's so important. Sorry, I could go on a tangent about this for years.
I
but
love it.
I also think it's so important for people to not make such an aggressive goal to like jump immediately.
Absolutely.
Like if you're going gluten-free, but you immediately cut it like tomorrow,
No.
that's so not likely to
It
last.
has to be baby steps. Like you
Yeah.
cannot tell yourself, I'm going to do something. Like to me, 75 hard is really like, that's
It's
a big
so
challenge.
aggressive.
But like, that's very aggressive. That's all at once. But like with this dairy thing, I can't tell myself I'm going to be dairy free by the end of the month.
Yeah.
I may not be. I may be doing dairy once a week, twice a week, and that's fine. I cut
100%.
it back. I think so often we put pressure on ourselves like it's all or nothing, and it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but that's when it ends up being nothing because there's no
Yep.
such thing.
And because
as
you've
all or
overwhelmed
nothing.
yourself by the thought of it.
Absolutely. You quit before you start because it's too much.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay, by the time this comes out, maybe I'll be started on the Artist Way.
Hey,
Leave a comment if you've done the Artist Way.
Maybe.
So with all that being said and kind of working on self-love and celebrating yourself, how do you, I'll use the word balance, how do you balance Rachel the person and Rachel the artist?
That's always a challenge. I think that's gonna always be a challenge that I'm gonna face a lot just because being an artist is not having a routine. Like, I could get in the healthiest habits when I'm here and then go on tour and lose those things. I try my best to like really, really take the time when I am grounded and in one spot to like truly come up with a routine. I'm a really routine person.
Are you type A?
I am type A with my own routine, but not type A in any other
Okay, fair.
Like, my room is not always clean. Like I have like 100 texts on my phone. Like it's bad in some areas, but I'm type A in like protecting my peace, which is good. Sometimes a little too much. So I think I pendulum swing all or nothing, what we're talking about. That's been like my biggest reflection thing that I'm doing right now, where I'm like, okay, you're going a little too far left, a little too far right. So the work and life balance is hard just because my work is my life and I'm so obsessed with it. And it's hard to like kind of differentiate the two in my brain to know when to go personal versus when to go and work. So I don't know the work and life balance situation yet for me, but I try to stick to the common theme of like go to the gym, at least have an hour out of my day that's just for me so that I could like truly be with myself, journaling, that kind of thing. That's all what really helps me stay grounded on the personal side of things. And then when it comes to the work side of things, it's more compartmentalizing the time of like, this is the time I'm going to write. This is the time I'm going to,
Oh, that's
rehearse.
how you're able to do that?
Yeah.
Because it's so interesting. Some artists write whenever, like in the shower, and then other artists are like, no, I need to have a structured session. Like I need to have that time and then I can just dive in.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm like walking around, like of course I'll like voice memo, an idea that I have while I'm walking. I'll be writing my notes forever, but just to like make sure I get it down on a piece of paper, I'll be like, okay, tonight is the night where I'm like sitting down by my piano and actually writing for myself.
But you prefer setting that time?
I prefer setting that time.
Yeah. So you're like a time blocker person?
I'm trying to become one because I think it's more helpful.
It's great. You get so much more done.
Yeah. That's my trick right now is compartmentalizing.
So starting tomorrow, actually, I'm holding myself accountable. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to do a 7-day tracker of my time. I'm just going to like religiously write down what I'm doing every hour of the day. So that way, by the end of the 7 days, I see where I'm wasting time, which is going to be doom scrolling, like, laying in my bed. Like it's going to be stuff like that. And the goal is to carve out an extra hour or two, like for myself.
Interesting.
So that's the mission. That. So Artist Way, move over. This is what I'm doing for the next week.
Move over, Artist Way.
I am tracking my time.
I love it.
And because I'm a time blocker person, that's why I think it might be helpful, because I already, like, at least from the hours of 9 to 5, I'm very religious about my time.
Yeah.
But not like my 5 to 9 or, the rest of my time. So anyway, not to make it about me, but I just I interjected with that.
It's giving me ideas. Maybe I'll try that.
Listen, you never know. Try it. It's
Move over Artist Way.
It's the title of today's podcast, everyone, is Move Over Artist Way with Rachel Grae. It rhymes.
Meant to be. Absolutely meant to be.
Guys, I'm freaking out. That's the best episode title we've ever had. And what's going to be funny is people are going to search YouTube like Artist Way, and this interview is going to pop up.
All right. Title has been approved.
Stamped. Signed, sealed, delivered. I love it. Okay, back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
So what I was going to say is, when we're thinking about like Rachel the person, Rachel the artist, there isn't necessarily a separation there. It's not like you're Lady Gaga with a persona.
No,
like
there's no separation.
It weaves into each other.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate what to share, how much to share?
I share everything through my songs, but I don't necessarily talk about things until we're here.
I was just gonna say, until she stepped in the door.
We stepped right here. But I am a very private person when it comes to Rachel. Like I love to help people. I love being the listener and I love to give advice. When it comes to me, I try to do it myself, which is probably not the best thing. But that's where songwriting comes in. Like that's my outlet and that's where I get to write. So I guess there is a good differentiation, but I always say there's a difference in songwriter Rachel and singer Rachel. And that's my two different people. Songwriter Rachel is like me, and singer Rachel is a completely different person. So I guess that is my split.
Okay, so tell me more. How is singer Rachel different?
So singer Rachel is the one that's, like in front of the camera. She's the one that's on stage. She's the one that's singing the songs that songwriter Rachel writes for her. So that's where my brain goes now, where songwriter Rachel is who you're talking to right now. Like the person that isn't putting on, and I'm not putting on when I'm singer Rachel either, but I'm more structured and like ready to go when I'm obviously like performing or I'm, in front of the camera, rather than like the girl that writes for her is the one that's really deep, that talks about all the emotional things and the real life issues and that kind of thing.
It's like Rachel Pro or Rachel Premium.
Yes.
Like
but it's funny because I also am very much myself on stage, just more of like a locking in to that human is the singer side of Rachel.
Do you have stage fright at all?
I used to be so scared. It's not even funny. Like,
Really?
So when I first started out, there was this app called YouNow. Have you ever heard of YouNow?
I don't think so.
It was so not popular, but popular. And that was like my Hannah Montana life. I would go to school and then I'd go on YouNow because I knew nobody had it yet. And I'd sing on that.
What is a YouNow?
It's like a streaming platform. I don't think it's really big anymore.
I'm under a rock.
But, well, I don't think you are. I think I was just like under the rock. Like, I think I just like found it.
I was under the rock. I was dead.
But I never performed growing up. I never did chorus, choir, never did anything. Nothing at all. Not even the slightest bit. And I remember when I first stepped on the stage, like, I'm not kidding. My microphone was going like this the whole time. Like,
How old were you?
16.
Okay.
I went to camp and I performed like the national anthem and like I did little things to try, starting something. But yeah, I just had to get up and go. And now I'm obsessed with it. I don't get stage fright. I think the most comfortable I ever felt on stage was Lollapalooza.
Really?
Which is so weird.
Is that because of adrenaline?
Maybe. Or I think it was just preparation. I think I was just really prepared. And I felt really confident going into it. Like I was so ready to just get up and perform. So yeah, I used to have crazy stage fright. Now I just get excited.
So growing up, you never sang?
I sang in my bedroom.
To your family or just to you?
To me. I showed my family, like every day I'd go downstairs and be like, listen to this. Like that was my concert. I'm sure I did do the little concerts when I was growing up for sure.
Were you songwriting at that point?
My
just
first
like singing covers.
My first cover that I ever released was when I was 10. I sung When I Was Your Man on YouTube. And then when I was in high school, I took it down because somebody was like, I'm going to show our teacher. And it wasn't like a bullying thing. It was just like, I was like, no, you're not.
You didn't want to.
And I put it on my dad's account. So I called him. I was like, you better get this down right now. I remember so vividly. I was in science class. I was like, take it off. They're not showing this.
Because you didn't want anyone to see.
Yeah. I just never really showed it. But my senior year of high school, I started like posting on YouTube every Tuesday. I made like a calendar for myself, and that's when it really started. And then
Structure. Calling it out. Structure.
There you go. And then I kept that going. Like once I started posting on TikTok and all Instagram and all that kind of stuff, then I was consistent. I was constantly posting every single day. So that's when it really started. And I was like, if I'm doing this, I got to go all in or all out with it. So let's go all in with it.
Do you still post every day?
Yeah.
You do, right?
I do.
Is that natural for you?
Yeah. I honestly get anxiety when I don't post every day.
Really?
I'm obsessed with it. I actually love having that as an outlet. I think it's like another way to be creative. I like giving my song like another life and being able to promote it how I want and let people like see it in that way too. So yeah, no, I actually love social media and posting. I think it's fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
One of the very few artists who have sat in that chair and said that.
I love it.
Do you ever find, because you're so online, do you ever feel like you need to put boundaries up? Do you ever feel like you have to like not go on the app a day or like restrict yourself?
Oh my God, yeah. My doom scrolling, like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like I'd be curious to how much time I take out of doom scrolling a day. It's bad.
Try it.
I should.
1 week. See what
I
happens.
should try it. I feel like it's a scary mix because like I want to be online. I want to know what's going on. Like I like digesting the algorithm and knowing what's happening. But then again, like I also don't want to doom scroll. In a way, it's like an artist's job to be online. Like
yeah. It's hard when it's your job. Like
yeah.
And we talk about this all the time on the show. But I also feel like the world is scary right now. There's so much going on. We're being thrown out of so many different things. Our brain cannot compute. And realistically, you probably only need 30 minutes a day for consumption, let alone like maybe like 30 to 60 minutes a day max.
No, that's true.
You really don't need to be on like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. And we all fall into it. Like, I'm not shaming anyone. Like, we all do it. Like, I do it too. But as I'm thinking about this whole time management thing, I'm like, realistically, I don't need to have all this content
You're
in
so
front of
right.
me
You're
all the
so right.
time.
Your mental health is probably going to improve a
Well, let's not jump to the mental health thing is still a work. The life is not changing that drastically.
But I mean,
Lexapro is still on the docket.
But what you're saying though, like it is like you're not in charge of what you consume in a day. Like you can't pick what you see in your algorithm. So that's the thing too, like not being on your phone in the first 30 minutes of when you wake up because you have no idea the first video that's going to come up on your For You page. Or
I'm trying.
That's hard.
Not looking at my emails until 9.
Good. Like I try. That's why I started journaling in the morning, because now I like force myself to not pick up my phone until I journal my own thoughts first and like, brain dump before I get on and I start consuming literally anything. Like you could see the saddest video the second you wake up. That's like setting the mood of the day, and that's so bad.
Yeah. And even like news consumption, I tend to listen to like NPR up first because it's like 10-15 minutes of like headlines for the day, and then that's it. Like it's too much. So I just need to be somewhat informed, but I don't need to be I think it's easy to become overwhelmed and just become like in a rabbit hole of all the horrible things going on in the world.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, how you were saying protecting your peace, that's I think what we all are striving to do. And there's some things like scrolling or, news consumption that can just really tap into that and interfere.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a hard balance, especially because literally everything is just like at our hands. Like we could see anything at any time, and it's so easily accessible that your brain wants to access it. Like, of course you want to know what's happening.
Hit. There's a science to it. Like every time you open up your phone, there's like a ding.
Oh, yeah.
Like your brain goes, ooh, more.
I'm 100% addicted to my phone.
Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Do you get that way when you post something and you need to see how many likes it got?
So I have forced myself that my videos do worse when I'm on the app after. And everyone's like, Rachel, you're actually crazy. Like, you need to stop. Like, you could go on the app and your video is going to perform the exact same way. But I'm like, kind of in a way, like, guys, don't tell me that, because I stay off the app once I post.
That's work for you.
So if I wait like 5 hours until I get back on the app when I post on it. It's specifically TikTok, and it's just been something that like I weirdly made up in my head, and it's just gonna live there. I'm still convinced that's the case. So I actually don't check. I try not to check at all because I don't think it's gonna help my video.
Did you check before? Like, is this a new development?
No, this has been for a long time at this point. So I'll post. Now I post a little later because I want to scroll, which is the problem. But I'll post.
What a warped science. Like, I'm fascinated at how this works.
I'll post. Let's say I post at 12. I'm not getting back on TikTok until at least 3. I'm not touching the app.
It's not even that long either.
No, it's not that long, but I just have a superstition that like everything stops the second I look at it.
Listen, I support you if that's what works for you.
I don't know why. It's definitely weird.
I support you.
It makes sense.
If it works, it works.
But it works. It works. It gets me off the app for a little bit, so that's good.
It's so fascinating.
Yeah, I have no idea where that came from, truly.
I'm still learning how TikTok works, so this is all like very...
I think everybody's learning how TikTok works.
No, I really don't. Like, we'll talk about it later, but like I don't...
Algorithm changes all the time.
If anyone wants to be my social media manager, we're hiring.
I got you.
I pay in one-on-one chats and coffees.
Therapy sessions.
It's social media is a time.
Yeah,
it's definitely a time. Things are changing. Things are evolving. And yeah, it's just an interesting time.
Constantly.
So let's talk a little bit about tour. So you're heading out on the road soon.
I am.
Europe? How are you feeling about that, more or less?
I am so excited. I was actually just thinking back on the last time I was in London, and I speak of different person. I was such a different person. Like, insane.
I saw your video that you posted.
You
were like a different person? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 20 pounds heavier, not happy with myself, in a relationship that was not serving me at the time. I was going through like some vocal health stuff too. I was sick. I was on like a steroid pack while I was performing.
Wow.
I've never taken one ever again. And like, I've never had any of these problems, but I think it was a wake-up call. But my wake-up call was in London. So to go back there as a healed version of myself is, first of all, so exciting. And second, I feel like I accidentally manifested to go back when I was actually like ready to go back rather than just go back for a write. I think London has been associated as like you need to make sure that you are your better version of yourself to step foot back there. And that's what I'm doing.
That's so
really
exciting.
Nice. Yeah, I'm so excited. And I'm so excited to finally be there to meet the people that follow me over there because they are incredible. I try so hard to talk to my fans as much as I can. I call them my friend base because they truly, like, I feel like they're my best friends. And Germany specifically, like, there's so many people over there that I am just so excited to finally, like, actually connect face to face with. The last time I was in London, shout out Brendan. He has a tattoo of Outsider and a Hope You're Proud tattoo and all these things. And just to see it in person, like, I had no idea I had supporters over there.
Did you get to meet them last time you were in London?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I try to like stay back after all my shows and meet as many people as I can.
When you do that, oh, I love this. I love asking artists this because some artists, like you said, stay after and meet everyone. How do you balance that with like, I need to get sleep or, you know, I'm also on adrenaline, like I want to meet everyone. Is that a balance for you or is it a non-negotiable? Like, yes, I'm staying after.
It's a non-negotiable right now, just because I think it's so important in like this size venues to like truly connect with people. I do think at a point, obviously it gets harder just because not even that, like sleep is of course 100% important. That's literally what you need in order to be able to perform the next day. But funny enough, talking is harder on your voice than singing, and yelling over loud noise or music is what can hurt you more than actually singing. So that's my number one thing is like vocal health wise. If I'm performing the next day, like I need to have a minimum amount of time. The last tour, I like gave everybody like I took a picture, had a conversation, and then like tried just like getting through it so I could talk to everybody. Right now, it's a non-negotiable for me. Right now, I want to meet as many people as I can, but I can't promise that that's going to be a forever thing, of course. But I try.
And we're also craving connection post-COVID world.
Yeah.
Like we want to see people, we want to be in community, and especially for you, I imagine like posting every day on TikTok, like you're posting to people that are consuming your content, but you want to see them in person.
I just want to meet the people. I like, it's my favorite thing. There's one thing of singing to everybody and, you know, watching the reaction, but then hearing the stories afterwards of like how they connected. There is nothing better than that feeling to like truly actually have that face-to-face conversation of like, this song healed me in this way is like all I've ever wanted in my entire life when it comes to releasing music. Like the last tour, Hope You're Proud specifically, I wrote that song about losing somebody. Thank you. Somebody close to me. And there were people coming up after that were like, I lost somebody a week ago and I came to the show literally to hear that like live because I needed it. Like that's, if I didn't hear that night, like that's motivation to just wake up the next day and do it again, you know? Like that's what makes these shows so worth it, is meeting the people and hearing the stories and having that like connection where I actually get to see who's listening and to hear how they connect.
And did I hear you almost took that off the set list?
Yes.
Oh,
well,
no.
It's hard for me to sing it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have avoided singing some songs live just because it's so emotionally taxing.
It's tough.
I've now been able to like put it in a different perspective for me to sing Hope You're Proud, but there's songs that like I don't sing live. And I try to. Obviously now I feel bad that I can't sing every song because I want to just be able to give everybody everything.
Growing.
Yeah. So like I could pick I Hope You're Proud and there's going to be one person in the audience that's like, why don't you sing?
Yeah, you can't please everyone.
Right, which is hard because I am a little bit of a people pleaser.
I know. We got to nix that. No, we cannot. No, the people pleasing has got to go.
Yeah, it's definitely going. But when it comes to my supporters,
I get it.
I want to be able to sing everything that they came out and bought a ticket for, you know? So
one day that'll be like a 4-hour show, though, if you end up doing that.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen. He does it.
Oh, so good. Have you seen him live?
He was my first concert ever. My dad's the biggest Bruce Springsteen.
So is my dad.
Really? Well, Jersey. Come on.
We've talked about Bruce in this room, right, Remy? We've talked.
Yes.
We have talked about Bruce so many times on this damn show.
What was it this summer when you posted a story that said Bruce, and I was like, Bruce who? And you got
I got so mad at you. For those that can't hear, I posted a story about like I posted something about Bruce on my Instagram, and Remy swiped up and was like, Bruce who? And I was like, excuse me? First of all, you're from New Jersey. Second of all,
It was like I met Bruce at this.
You met him?
I didn't meet. Oh no, Bruce goes to the Starbucks near my parents' house.
Stop.
Yep, because he lives not very far from my parents' house.
Okay, you need to tell me the Starbucks. Not to be a creep. I'm really not trying
We're
to
not
stalk
putting
you
it out
this
on
crazy, I
YouTube,
swear.
but I'll
No.
tell Rachel.
All I want, like my dream, is to have my dad and Bruce Springsteen meet. Like that is all I want. If there's one thing that I could get out of being an artist is having that happen over and get my mom a beach house. Those are my two goals for life.
Wait, +1 and +2. I want to get my own beach house first, but then I'll get my parents one.
No, those are like my two big goals. Have my dad and Bruce Springsteen have a moment, because my dad has been to over 150 of his concerts.
Did you guys go to the last tour at MetLife?
We did.
What day? I was there.
Oh, well, that I don't really know.
I think we went the first. We went the first, I think.
I can't remember.
But I got to bring my dad, and it was so. We were in the friends and family section. He was freaking out because they had like a buffet. You know, we were with all these like famous people.
Wait, so we met little Stevie.
Were we in the same like room?
Imagine.
It was like a giant room.
Yeah.
And there was food
Yeah.
everywhere. Rachel,
Maybe
our
we
paths have
met.
collided so many times. I'm dead.
We did walk in really late though. Like my dad was like, "Hey, little Stevie, one more boyfriend late." He's like, "I need my girls. Will give us 1 minute."
The
We were like the last
Lord.
picture, so I don't know. Maybe you are.
Wait, we definitely sat right. Well, if it was the same night, then we were probably
Had to
near each
have.
other.
Yeah.
But that was such a fun night. That was the
So
first time I saw Bruce, and then I saw him at See Here Now. Was that a year ago? 2 years ago?
Mm.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the biopic.
I'm
in
so
October.
excited.
We'll see how it is.
I'm very excited. But yeah, you got to tell me the Starbucks. I need to make this happen.
Okay, Rachel, to close,
Sorry.
we're going to close on a final question.
Mhm.
What is one thing you've done to take care of yourself today or this week?
Ooh. What's one thing I've done for myself? I've kind of been in like a pampering mood. I got my nails done this week.
Let me see.
I don't
Cute
okay,
fall color.
I'm a white, pink, or French, so I'm not sure where I decided brown.
It's fall.
But that's okay. Exactly. We switched it up. I got like a facial this week.
Where'd you go?
Uh
You don't know.
no. I don't know the name.
Would you recommend?
But I went.
She went, and that's all that
I
matters.
went.
Sometimes it is the act of showing up. It is the act of show. Okay, love it. So you're in
I
your
went.
pampering era.
Yes.
All about you.
That's been this week. So that's what I did for myself.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I love it. Anything else you want to share before we go?
I hope you have a really good day.
I
And a
hope you
great
all have a great day too. Rachel's album is coming very, very soon.
Yes.
She's heading out on the road overseas. But gang, that's a wrap. What an episode.
Woohoo!